It's 570 week number 3. Hello, hello. All right, I got two monitors going here, so I'm kind of looking here and talking here. Um, I am going to walk you through what we're doing this week. Pretty straightforward. Little bit of everything this week. In the coming weeks, you'll see that some weeks are really heavy with work, some weeks are really heavy with reading. This has a little bit of all of the above. So starting off, you have some readings. This is quite the title. Enhancing EFL Teachers' TPAC Competence Through Reflective Practice. So this is a throwback to not week one, 501. We learned a lot about TPAC technology, pedagogy, and content knowledge. Kind of a way of making sense of all of that. And it's looking at EFL, so it's English as a foreign language. So if you're in a country where English is not the primary language and you're an English teacher, that's EFL. And this is a pretty lengthy PDF. It really looks at a study. The study explores reflective practices around EFL teachers' abilities to integrate technology into their teaching, which, by the way, is going to mirror your assignment that's due at the end of the week. More about that later. As you would imagine, TPAC is vital for integrating technology. Reflective practice is an important component of learning as a teacher. Really, continuous learning as a teacher is really what it's about. You're like a lifelong learner. You've heard of this. It's that with reflective practice, and then it also looks at not like directly related to the course, but the study looks at the gap around EFL teachers and integrating tech skills through reflection. No big surprise, reflective practice is an important skill they need, and that's what you're going to get here. So it's a little on the nose there, but it's a really good study. It's pretty dense. Feel free to copy and paste some of that into ChatGPT. There's an iPhone app. If you don't have ChatGPT on your iPhone, it's great. You can kind of copy and paste sections and help kind of summarize, synthesize, paste it all in, and then you can ask questions about it. Really good tool for that when stuff gets to be really dense. You can also annotate it kind of however you want to roll with it. That's the big reading for the week. Your discussion board, it's very simple, especially because there's this many of you. You're going to share a public link of your personalized reflective practice approach. Make sure it's a Google Doc that's publicly shareable. I strongly encourage, anytime you share anything in Google Drive, to copy the link, open an incognito or private browser, paste it in there to make sure you can view it. And then you're going to just reply to each other's reflective practice approach. And then your final piece in week 3 is assignment 2, your personalized reflective practice implementation plan. Man, these are long titles. That's so many nouns. Someone went just goofy with Mad Libs, right? Give me a noun, give me a noun, give me a noun. You're going to look at TPAC materials from 501. You're going to look at assignment number 1, the approach that you're sharing in the discussion board. You're going to look at your current classroom practice and look at TPAC, and then you're going to come up with a plan to implement a new technology, something that you've not taught with before, something super new. It can be software or hardware or artificial intelligence. We're going to jump into Midjourney and do AI image generation, text to image. We're going to look at ChatGPT and critique some of the writings that ChatGPT can spit out at us, looking at analysis. If we think about Bloom's taxonomy, kind of right there in the middle. It could be like, I've always wanted to use Pear Deck or Clips app, which, by the way, is amazing. If you have an iPhone or you have iPads at your school and you've not used Clips, jump into it. I've always wanted to write a song with my students to summarize a lesson that's really hard. I've done that with kindergartners. I've done that with 5th graders. And teachers. I was looking for kind of grades 6 to 12. I have. Not around a lesson. We wrote a song about using the compost bin with 5, 6, 7th, 8th graders. Anyway, you're going to pick a new thing, lesson plan around it. There's a template for you. You're going to click on the Google Doc that says click here, to make to use the template, and you're going to share that as a PDF in Canvas. So that is all for week number 3. I talked a little bit about ChatGPT. My goodness, there's been some news in the last couple weeks. There's an iOS app. I mentioned that. It's a really big deal. You can search the history in that, which is a new feature and a really big deal because ChatGPT in particular, each chat is like a walled garden. So when I was writing an email to teachers and said, write an email, here are the talking points, and got it, and I was like, ooh, like that's not my writing style. I think I actually typed that out. Here's 2 samples of my writing style when I write emails, and then the revised email that I got through ChatGPT was much, much closer to what I would have written myself, and so I could take that and edit that. But if I open up a new chat in ChatGPT, none of that knowledge is transferred. So I would need to share my writing samples again and say, this is my style. And so being able to search that and find a thread where like you've trained ChatGPT on your writing style and then continue that and just, like message like, thanks so much for that one. I have another task for you, use the same writing style as before on the samples I provided and yada yada, create the thing for me. Since we've talked last, I built an app for our school. Our traffic management is ridiculous, like beyond ridiculous. We spend a lot of time, a lot of money, a lot of meetings reviewing traffic, how many cars come in and out of our campus. So I built an app that tracks that for us. And I don't code professionally. I've gone through a few of like the games, like learn to code, this and that, hopping on Scratch, but that's about it, and was able to build a whole iOS app. It's pretty incredible. So if you've not jumped into that, it's worth jumping into that. Also, ChatGPT, now if you have the paid version of it, can connect to the web, so it's no longer outdated from 2019. It's incredible stuff. So anyway, that is all. Happy week 3, and I look forward to seeing what you share this week.